Hello and welcome to another episode of Soul Citizen. This is episode 72 and the subject is you had one job. I'd like to introduce my guest first. First we have Dig Dat. How are you doing, Dig Dat?
Doing unbelievable, sir. I'm Dig That, aka Mr. Turn Down Service here at your service, man.
Next we have Gomab. How are you doing?
Good. I wasn't gonna try to top Dig That. So I was like, yeah, all right, look, you got that, man. He's got all the swag. I'm just like,
And Jade, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, fastcart. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever in the world you are. To the people.
Aloha.
Aloha. Yep. And yeah, I'm doing well.
And for those who don't know, I'm fastcart, also known as FC, also known as comedic legend. Never gonna live that down. Anyway, so today we're talking about you had one job. This really talking about different career choices that you can perform in Star Citizen. And specifically the P or Star Citizen. Quite important to you, you're going to be a military person, but specifically for Star Citizen. So first up we have Npc Careers. I think that's the I'm going to drop a link in Twitch chat and the YouTube. Oh, hi, YouTube. Hey, Tucker, how are you doing? So you guys can take a look at that. We have a whole bunch of different careers that specifically for NPCs. The text may be too small on the on the screen, so I'm going to try to drop it into the Twitch chat. But first, you have like Barclays Estate, Dumper Depot, a whole bunch of other stuff. What do you guys think? Do you have any thoughts on them? Like any preferred one that you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the lawyers.
Oh, really?
No.
That's the first time that's ever been said anywhere.
That's why.
Yeah, right.
That's why I said.
Why?
like if they got lawyers, where the real estate agents at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, lawyers. I mean, is there going to be a legal system in the game? Come on, Chris. Let's not do too much.
We might actually have a legal
good.
system. Yeah.
I mean, you have enforcers. Why not legal?
Yeah, property disputes. Imagine that, right? Like, you know, you have a place where there's no UE, so there's no UE land claims, but you've got players that, you know, disputing a piece of property in a different.
It's going to turn into a frivolous lawsuit citizen.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Can you imagine? Can you imagine how lucrative that business model will be?
Oh my goodness. Look, I just gave up gaming for a hot second just thinking about that. I was like, I'm about to go work on my garden or something. I don't want it. No. But at least it has a cool outfit.
No, Blackjack Security
Yes.
PMC. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's Tesha's old company, so you know, you get Griff's wife mad.
Hey, I like that they've put so much attention to detail of like to the different, you know, look and feels of all the different careers. You know, we don't know. It says featured NPCs. You know, will it be something where like, that person is wearing these things that, you know, you recognize them as that. Some of these, right, you know, like the ground controllers, it'll be clear, right? Oh, that person's a ground controller. They got like, you know, two lightsabers in their hands, right? You recognize that. But the salespersons versus the insurance representative, like you got to look at them close. Like, oh, is he wearing a red tie? Okay, that's a salesperson there. Okay, but you know, that's true to life, right? So.
Lasso,
Yeah.
That's not my joke. You just stole my joke. Because in my notes I have right there is no space pimp. So you stole my joke. Congratulations! Everybody stole my joke today. Gomab, you're first. And now you. I'm gonna think up get some new material. Anyway, so yeah, that's the NPC career. Next up we have career types, and the first up is interdiction, and I want Gomab to take that one.
Oh, all right. So, interdiction, combining the former roles of interceptor and interdictor. The interdiction role are for ships that are the first response to combat, designed to get there fast and destroy or hold up the enemy until reinforcements can arrive for backup. So they're the first ones out. They're Operation Meat Shield. They get out there and try to slow people down, prevent them from advancing any further until the big boys can arrive to clean up the mess.
He said Operation Meat Shield. I dig it.
Yeah, I heard that. Is anyone here interested in that? Interdiction? No.
Nah, that's not really my style.
Nah.
I'm not trying to be a cop. Sorry.
Well, you don't need to be. Well, there are less than legal means to interdict people too. So
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like to block the money. I like to keep the money flowing, and I can't get down like that. You slowing up the flow, and if I catch you out there, we're gonna have a little issue. I got somebody that's ready for you. Don't be slowing up the money out there.
Yeah.
All right. So next up we have passengers. Jade, would you read that, please?
Finally, surely. The passenger transport, capable of properly transporting passengers across the verse. These ships are designed to get people from A to B at various price points to the passenger, ranging from the humble Argo transport to the Genesis Starliner. They all do the same job, but some turn a better profit at it than others due to their outfitting. And this would be DK's preferred.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say this is Dark Knight's career.
Yeah.
Anyone here interested in this? Like maybe as a alt career?
I ain't never flying coach, man. I'm jumping on either Griff or Jade's 890 or you know what I'm saying? Like, look.
No, you're not flying coach. You're driving. You're driving the coach.
Driving the coach.
Definitely interested in that.
You on? You for real?
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to getting a Genesis Starliner, ferrying folks around the verse. Maybe go see something incredible. Like a space phenomena or something like that, and then flying back and collecting my monies. I would love to do that.
I can see it now.
Right now.
I can see it now. Dig that space whale tours.
Nah,
That's right.
I can see it right now in real life. Dig that coming over the PA on a Spirit Airlines flight. Like,
Jade, how about you? Any interested in passenger transport?
I mean, maybe just to try it out, but not as a long-term career.
Yeah, I might, run. I might do VIP. Like I might get a Phoenix in game and just do VIP stuff. But nothing large scale like a Starliner.
See, I thought I had the link that you guys are reading from. I'm looking at something totally different.
I'll give it to you.
it's on there. You got to scroll down. It's on there. We'll be out of this in a second. Don't worry about it.
You can just read it from the screen. But I'm going to go next anyway. So the next one up is the Pathfinder. The Pathfinder. These ships are small, single-seater, solo exploration ships such as the Terrapin, designed for single-person, short-term sessions in unknown worlds and reconnaissance in hostile areas with limited duration, relative to other exploration ships due to restricted supply storage. Restricted supply storage. Now, that's a lot of words just saying so you an explorer, basically. And they describe like a single seater, but I mean I can see double seater and multiple doing this too. Anyone interested in this?
Yeah, I mean, exploration, I think, is one of the, if not the most popular career choice, according to that 2012 survey of the STAR Citizen community. So I'm sure.
2012.
Was it 2012 or?
Yeah. No, it is 2012. It's just that it seems so long ago. That's all. That's what I was saying.
It was so long
Been a
ago.
while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Folks,
But
I was in middle
yeah,
school as adults from now.
I'm
Yeah.
totally interested in, and going out to the boundaries and finding what's out there, seeing new interesting things and reporting it back and making some money off it.
Boy, interesting world. No, wait, that's a different show. So yeah, I'm also interested in exploration, not so much as the work described here. My idea of exploration going well. I guess I can get into 315p and doing some reconnaissance, but mostly to explore like new systems as a wormhole or gate or whatever dump me out that no one else has been into, or someone else has been to, but there's a different route. And thank you for the subscription, Jad. Thank you. So yes,
I'm interested.
Go ahead.
I'm interested in that. Like occasionally, like I'd rather be on a carrick, and then how on Star Trek they take a runabout and go do a little short range exploration on that. See, every once in a while, I'd hop in the Pisces and go do a little recon and come back.
Just don't wear a red shirt.
A shower. Don't wear what?
Don't wear a red shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I was gonna say
you ain't coming back.
No, I was gonna say if I'm gonna dig that and that crew, I'm definitely the red shirt. I'm gonna be the one that's not gonna last 15 minutes on that trip.
What you trying to say, sir?
I will probably have a red shirt alt character that will be in the far reaches of the verse, like just his whole job. I'm gonna jump into him and jump somewhere that nobody's ever jumped before, right? And just keep him out there. And it basically all depends on how profitable that exploration profession, right? Sending that data back to I'm not going to say to the bubble because that's for the other game, but sending the data back to the people, back in the populated space. And plotting routes and stuff. I think that'll be cool, but I don't think that's where my main character will be focused on because of challenges with multiplayer, right? If you're out there, and it took you a long time to get out there, it'll take you a long time to get back. And so, if you want to, jump in and hang out with you want to,
like you got to be careful.
Yeah, folks want to be like, hey, let's hang out and go do then I can't, man. I'm 12 systems away. It's gonna take me 2 days of jumping. So I'll have somebody on the payroll out there doing some exploring for me.
Man, it take 2 days to jump. It take 2 days to jump, and you only got 1 day of food because you didn't plan properly.
Yeah. That's why he's a red shirt.
Exactly. Dig that. Do you have the document and the stuff up yet?
Yeah.
Do you have Racer?
What's on the screen either way?
I'll just go from the screen.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. The Racer, outfitted with thrusters capable of great speed and agility. These ships excel at racing, but due to limited or non-existent weapon and ordnance hard points, they struggle in combat. Best off kept on the racetrack than in deep space. So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory stuff. Getting out there with the big boys with the big engines.
How big is your engine?
Don't do it.
Man,
Don't do it.
Big. If I pull it,
don't do it.
The whole room will go dark.
Don't do it. Ah, damn it. Demonetized.
I don't think so. Anyway, so yeah, anyone interested in race? I am. I am. That's one of my career choices. I don't know how much I'm gonna do. I don't know if it's gonna be like a week or 2 weeks or a month, but yeah, that's one thing I'm interested in. I especially want a cool racing suit. It's got to be red. My ship got to be red. Everything got to be red. So that'll give me increased speed. So I'm looking forward to that.
Either that or when you're bleeding, nobody notices.
No, I'll be wearing a different suit for that. Anyone else interested in racing?
Racing for me would be just kind of, every once in a while, I want to hit the tracks around Grim Hex, try not to slam it into an asteroid in front of everybody. But yeah, I think it'd be fun to pick up every now and again. I don't know about a career for me. I know there's boys out there. There's people out there that's super good at it. They be on the little racing. Was it Arena Commander? Just killing it. And I'm not ready for those guys. I just want to kind of do it casually here and there.
Hey Jade, don't you participate in vehicle racing?
Yes, but on the ground. I'm not at all interested in racing ships, but yeah, ground vehicle racing.
That counts. That's a racer.
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, they use the term ship, and I think that's kind of like what we were talking about. But yeah, but as far as ground vehicle racing, I'm all about it. But not so much space. But yeah, I've been in the Daymore Rally a couple times. I'll be supporting Pops in Space and Fist to Face this upcoming rally. So yeah.
Yeah, I had to
Shout
look
out
at
to
that.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah. Yeah, I had to look at the document. It's made in 2017, so I don't know why vehicle racing is not included, but it should have been. But yeah, I'll probably do more vehicle racing in the preview. Now, no, maybe both probably when the preview comes out. We'll see.
Yeah, Jet Heller has my has my idea, right? Run that betting books on the racing. Like that's where I'm gonna be when it comes down to racing. I'm
a whole other progression.
I'm gonna be, what I'm saying, hey, I'm either gonna be running I'm financing a racing team. Hopefully, I'll make enough money with my career. I can be like a finance a team, a sponsor a team. I'm gonna be making money betting on teams that I think are gonna win, and then paying, really gonna make the money because I'm gonna pay somebody else to make sure the other teams don't.
Go man, you mind taking touring?
Sure. All right. The tour role is for ships that are at their core are explorers, but offer a more luxurious avenue of exploration, traditionally in safer systems compared to other explorers. So they're not going out there. They're moving around, but they staying in places where they got backup. From dedicated explorer ships with upmarket feeling interiors, Origin, to larger ships more akin to sightseeing vehicles, they are all fall under this role. So basically, there's only one manufacturer that really hits this. Maybe two. You may be able to throw in some Crusader in there, but I think they're talking about Origin ships right now, specifically the 600 and the 890.
I'm gonna push back on that one. I said my Phoenix,
and the Phoenix, and the Constellation Phoenix. Yes, yes. One manufacturer and one ship.
One ship that's basically like an oil platform with a luxurious interior.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's a double wide trailer with a big screen TV, right?
Didn't you hear?
In a hot tub.
Yeah, in a hot tub. But didn't you hear? The Phoenix is baller. Like, you can't get more baller than a Phoenix.
It's rims on a Caprice. You know what I'm saying? So fuzzy dice in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
So, Big Dad, you interested in touring and luxury?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like from all angles, man. I want to do the tours. I want to be on the tours. I want to be in the kitchen cooking. Everything about it, I want in.
Hey, you're going to be in the kitchen cooking? No, that's not luxury. You got other people to do that stuff for you.
Man, have you seen the 890s kitchen? I want to get in there and chop some vegetables up and make some crazy stuff with them plants on Hurston. I want to do all that, man.
Oh, make sure it's your 890. Don't be eating up someone else's food. How about you,
Maybe.
Jade? You interested in touring and luxury?
I mean, as an extension of exploration, making some money off of people who want to feel like they're explorers, but, kind of want to play it safe. I do have a 600i for that reason. I have an 890 jump for that reason. So, yeah, I could see, it being somewhat associated with, yeah, I found a place. It's kind of safe. Hey, do you want to see it? All right, pay me. I'll fly you out there.
So, go ahead. Do you have any further points? I see you smiling.
Yeah, like the Phoenix to me is like a Chrysler 300 with a Rolls Royce grill, right?
Wow.
It's a nice car. it's a nice ride, right? Nobody is saying it's a bad ride. But you know what I'm saying? But it's still, it ain't the luxury. It's like, hey, look, I got a Hyundai Sonata, but I took all the badges off and threw a, Mercedes emblem on the front. It's still a constellation. You know what I'm saying? It's still a constellation. It's still a Connie. It's nice. It's nice. It looks good. That bedroom is nice. The fish tanks are cool. The piano is, all that good stuff. Got a hot tub in it.
Gomab, once you get into the hot tub, all the other stuff goes away.
Right. Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But the origin ships are built, from the ground up. And mind you, I'm not the origin fanboy here, right? But I recognize everybody's got their lane. But yeah, and I'm someone who drives a luxury version of an F-150, so I get it.
What is that?
What would that be? Is that like the Harley?
Like a Platinum or a Limited or a King Ranch, right? You ever been in one of those? Especially one of the new ones? It's nice.
The new ones, but yeah, I know the King Ranch.
Yeah,
sell those.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I got a 21 Platinum. It's as luxury as it comes, but it's still a pickup truck.
So my idea is I'll probably take someone in my M2 because it's tough. They'll feel safe, but it's roughing it luxury. Put it that way, it's roughing it luxury. So they feel like they're like on some kind of excursion somehow because they're roughing it instead of being like in the Phoenix or the 600. How about that idea? No.
Okay, wait, run that again.
Instead of going on a 600 or a Phoenix, they take them on an M2 because they feel like they're roughing it.
They will be roughing it. They go get some sleeping bags in the cargo bay.
Hey, you can pitch a tent in there, man. That cargo bay is big, man. You can put a double wide in that bad boy.
No, you can have one of those.
You ain't gonna see nothing, but it's got room.
Yeah, you got the windows.
The big tent, it's called a pergola or something like that.
A pergola? I don't know.
That's what it is. But yeah, one of those big tents, you can fit one of those in.
Bedouin tent. Open up the hatches so you can see out. So
Pavlon tent, thank you, Pavlon. Yeah, put one of those in there. Yeah.
You throwing too many
pavilion at me. A pavilion tent. He said Pavlon. A pavilion tent.
Pavilion. Oh, my bad. My bad. You see, I don't do this stuff.
Yeah,
right, so next up, we'll go with our individual ideas, what we want to do. So, Dig That, you up first. Explain what you would like to do in the verse.
I like to do everything, but I mean, like if we're gonna say I'm gonna choose a profession, it'll be trader first, just because I'm all about my paper, that fettuccine Alfredo, and trading once it's in place, because it's a catastrophe right now. Once it's in place, I mean, that's just the best way to get the money. That's where some of the most interesting ships are, like the whole series, and it's gonna be just a lot of figuring stuff out, how to maximize your time, work more efficiently. And I like figuring out that stuff and then having a bunch of money in my pocket after that,
And what about the other stuff?
So news reporter, that's something I think is so far away that it's something that I've wanted to do since I've seen that that's going to be a thing. Since I've seen the, Reliant Mako. I would like to just have somebody fly me around. I hop in the little camera part of it. And then like if there's a big battle or something interesting going on, just getting that camera and broadcast to the other ships that, they pick it up on the little screens, like at the foot of the 300i bed. You got the screen there, kick your feet up and just say some interesting things to the folks.
Now, before we get to the last one, what ship are you going to use for trader?
At some point I'm gonna get into the whole series, but right now, I mean, it's entry. It's not an entry level ship, but it's not a whole series. We already got the C2. That's a lot of freight right there to build up the capital I need to get to the whole series. Once those are a thing, once those are out there. So yeah, I like to start. I like to be the Drake song, man. Start at the bottom, now we're here, man. I like to work my way up, man. So I'm not gonna buy none of them whole ships. I'm just gonna
get a whole A.
I'm not gonna buy none of them, man. Not with money, not with cash. I'm just gonna start out with what I got, and then just beat the trading districts over the head, man, and get that paper.
And your last career?
Passenger transport. That's I want to do the things that I had always wanted to do in Elite Dangerous, because they got those transport missions where you go visit some, like I said before, like an interesting like space phenomena or landmark or space mark, whatever. I would like to do that, except in Elite Dangerous, you don't get to get out of your seat, look around in the passenger cabin, see what people are doing, look out the window, that kind of thing. So this is kind of me realizing a dream from the other game once it hits this game. Sure, no?
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Next up, it looked like me. So my first career is marketeer. My primary career, marketeer. My idea is to use my endeavor to overclock components using the super collider and sell them on my vending machine. So I'll be a manufacturer, modifier, and seller. So that's my idea of a marketeer. It's not really anything on their roadmap or anything, but that's just something that the marketeer title is something I come up with. But basically, manufacturer and seller. And my next one is explorer. We talked about that already. My biggest exploration tip is the Keeler. I have the so it comes with the snub fighter and the rover inside the ship. It does have, I mean, it has cargo, but you got to take out the rover in order to haul stuff. But that's from my other ships before. So if I find something and I can't carry it on any Keeler, I'll make a bookmark or waypoint or whatever and come back for it and something that can pick it up. And for my last one, it had racer, but that's like tentative, because when the preview actually comes out, I may let me say a brief story. Last night we went out and did Xenothreat, and I was in a turret tearing stuff up. So that might be my third career, being a turret gunner. So and by the time the game actually launches, my feeling may change again. So, but that's me. Marketeer, vending machine, endeavor, explorer, a Keeler, a 350p if I want something smaller, and racer. My ship. I have a Gamma. I had a Gamma. I don't know. I melted it. I'll probably pick something up in PDO, or I just hop into someone else's ship like a hammerhead and do some turret gunning. GomabATL, how about you? What are your career?
Well, kind of like Dig That. I like money. So to be honest with you,
I think we all do.
I really like money. Like in real life and otherwise, I like money. Like I would swim in it like Scrooge McDuck if I could. But my primary profession that I would choose probably is something around cargo and freight, right? Moving things, logistics, moving things from one place to the other. I think at first I will be, doing it myself, but ultimately I think the main goal would be to have cargo ships that I hire people to to transport stuff. I want to be a broker. I want to create a career within the game that is outside of
Contract.
Yeah, I want to make my own contracts though, right? You know, say I get them, and then I'm gonna see how that works. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, brother could dream, right? But it's secondary, right? If I want to stay in the system and make some money, depending on if it's lucrative or not, I'll probably alternate between mining and bounty hunting. Low end stuff. I'm not going to try. I'm not trying to be the biggest miner out there. Now my org, we do have an Orion, so hopefully that will help. Hopefully each career will help finance the progression of the other ones, and I just want to make a whole lot of money. Like,
yeah. And what's the financing for cargo?
Right now, my personal primary ship is a C2. Right.
And what it's going to be when the PU comes out, when it actually goes live?
Well, for me, right, for what I would fly for cargo would be C2s, right? I may go back to a Caterpillar because I love the Caterpillar. It's a fantastic ship. It's just the C2 was just better than the Caterpillar at everything that the Caterpillar does until modularity is actually put into the game. So, I'm looking forward to when the Caterpillar, reclaims its throne, and I'll pull it right out of.
Carry more than the Caterpillar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It kills it. And and it's more maneuverable and it's faster. It drinks a ton of gas, but when you're making money, who cares about gas? If you heard about gas, you can't afford it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Plus the C2 can make it out of atmosphere easier than the Caterpillar.
Look, can the Caterpillar make it out of atmosphere of the Crusader? I wouldn't even try it. But no, so yeah, the C2 kills the Caterpillar at everything that the Caterpillar can do right now, but the Caterpillar will regain a lot of that when modularity comes back, and so we'll see, right? Again, when modularity comes in, I don't know if the Caterpillar will be the best cargo ship, right? It may be one of the best multi-purpose ships. It may have other great uses, but still, for cargo and trading and freight and stuff like that, I don't think it'll be the best. But as far as orgs are concerned, my org stuff is concerned, we've got all the hulls. We've got them all. So all of them that have been sold so far. So moving big freight. So I separated into cargo and the freight. Cargo is what we see now, where it's stored in those SU boxes. Freight to me is what you see on the boxes you see on the side of the seat hulls, right? It's larger units. So yeah, that's gonna be my primary things. Getting things from point A to point B. And of course that's going to include a little bit of blockade running, right? Getting things to places where other people can't, so I can charge a premium, right? So yeah, holler at your boy if you need something new.
So your primary mining ship is going to be the Orion?
No, so I'm gonna use everything, right? As far as mining, I live by one golden rule, man. Follow the money. If the money,
a theme here. I'm testing a theme.
I'm a simple man. House, man. I know who got it.
I'm a simple man. Hey, wouldn't recommend it, but I'm a simple man.
and for bounty hunting, what's your ship for bounty hunting?
My ship for bounty hunting right now, I really like the Vanguards, right? I got a Harbinger right now. I feel like it's the sweet spot. I do own both of the Aries. Just trying to figure out, it's such an opportunity. Like, I feel like for the first 2 months of the Aries being out there, the game is just going to be absolutely broken because these two ships with size 7, weapons on them are just going to turn every other ship that's not like, an 890 or above into just dust within seconds, and people are going to complain, and they're going to have to ratchet it down to fix stuff.
I mean, the gun I think it's pretty big.
Maneuverable enough.
Maneuverable. How many shots you think I got to put on you in order to send you back to your maker?
Yeah, but I bet you get about 1 or 2 before you got to cool down. And while you cooling down, I'll be cooling you out.
Well, yeah, but if that's the case, then that ship is broken. Throw it, it melt it, go buy something else, right? If you get 1 or 2 shots on a Gatling gun, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't get you got a Gatling gun and you got a freaking laser repeater. So if you only get a few shots on that, then it's useless. You wasted so much time and effort making this ship that is useful to no one. Right? That is a complete miss.
I mean, you're not going to be looking to shoot an M50.
Yeah, it's anti-capital. But thing is, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, imagine if right now you can go out and buy an Abrams tank, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, now, does that mean that Abrams tank ain't going to be able to, blow up your enemy's house because that's not what it's meant to do? No. It's still going to do damage. It's still going to blow stuff up. So how are they going to balance that?
For someone who wants to make a lot of money, you sure do talk a lot about devastation, blowing up someone's house.
Well, I mean, devastation is profitable, depends. Like, bounty hunting is profitable.
Devastation is profitable.
Hey, man.
You need to
follow the money.
Oh, yeah.
Follow the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You folks out there in the Cuddy Black, steer clear. I should be able to melt you before you even put your coffee down. But we'll see.
Yeah, Jade, what are your careers?
Okay, well, my primary career is exploration. Myself and my org are exploration oriented. I don't plan to live within the UE space, so I'm not going to be necessarily trying to get back to it. So I would, be looking at some of the exploration mechanics from other space games. I love how we can, discover things in No Man's Sky and name them. I hope that CIG takes a cue from that. I'd also love it if we have things that exist in lore, like, for instance, the RSI Zeus exists in lore. It would be really cool if, there was a rare thing like that you could possibly come across, like this ancient ship, that diligent explorers could possibly come across. Just really unique, interesting things that you could find that no one else, would be able to get. Something you can't buy outside the game, something you can't even buy in the game. I hope that's how they build up exploration. And also the whole idea of exploration being something from the very big, like jump points, down to something, as small as, oh, hey, you found a new type of mineral. You get to name that. It can be fastcartite or, jadeite or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I would like them to put the amount of depth into exploration as they're looking to do with their other careers, such as mine. Hey.
Thanks for the follow.
Salute.
Yes.
So what's your primary ship for exploration?
Primary ship would be the Carrack. Obviously, almost everybody's favorite ship. But I would make one caveat, is that if I'm trying to do this on the sly or in hostile places, I might not want that kind of profile, or I may not necessarily, want to run the cost of all that if I'm just doing a preliminary, survey. So maybe my 315P from Origin Jetworks.
Oh, I just want to say, if I'm getting a mineral name, that to me, it's going to be legendite.
Legendite.
Okay.
Legendite. And what is your next career?
My next career, no surprise, science. And for that, obviously, you only have a couple choices so far that we know about in the Star Citizen ship, database. You have, on the small scale, the Reliant Sin, and then, of course, the in-game science ship, the Endeavor, the MISC Endeavor. So I don't own a Reliant Sin, but I do own an Endeavor. And what I'm hoping to see from science, again, is depth. I'll give one example from another game is those of you who've played Eve. There's that Project Discovery where you could analyze real exoplanet data and then earn, in-game rewards for it. Like, I would love to see CIG partner with something like, Planet Hunters Tests or the Zooniverse citizen science platform, and allow people who want that depth. It's not going to be, the entry level, but when you get higher up the science, level of difficulty, let's say, you could actually do real science that, is being done by citizen scientists all over the world right now, and get in-game UEC for turning that data in to the, ICC, the Imperial Cartography Center or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of like what I hope the top tier of science ends up.
I've been thinking like I may have to get 2 merchantmen or 2 endeavors to do all the stuff that I want to do, or maybe like I'll make some stuff on my endeavor that I have to have another merchantman or something. I may have to double up. How about you? What are your thoughts? Did you want to know?
What was that about the merchantman? I just heard baddie merchantman in my mind.
Sorry. No, I may have to get 2 merchantmen or 2 endeavors to do all the stuff that I want to do. Absolutely.
I mean, I love the merchantman. I think a lot of people do, and yeah, having 2 of either of those ships, of course, the operating costs are going to be high. But again, it's like Gomab says, if you have to ask about operating costs, you should be flying that ship, right? And the merchantman will pay for itself.
That's true. Definitely. Do you have the master class, or you have the basic module?
No, I purposely. I'll tell you my Endeavor story. I wasn't even going to buy one with real money because that was going to be my in-game ship that I wanted to earn in game. But I couldn't resist the urge to buy one, but I did resist the urge to buy modules. I decided I will earn the modules in game because it's gameplay. So I want that telescope module, and I definitely want the particle accelerator and the biodomes. I like the idea of using those biodomes to, house an atmosphere of a planet that's, not necessarily got a breathable atmosphere, and you can keep the flora and fauna that you've gathered on that planet. Maybe an explorer sold you that data that you can go there, and eventually you have your 4 domes filled with things that, would be dangerous for people to go out and find, but they can come to your Endeavor. You get money from them for them to tour your zoo, basically. That I think that would be another amazing use, where they can learn about xenobiology on your Endeavor, from your tour of.
Mine's gonna be filled with drugs.
Yeah, that too. That works.
No. We call them pharmaceutical, botanical pharmaceuticals. That's what we call them here.
Well, she did say flora, right? Flora and fauna.
Thanks for the subscription.
Thanks for the subscription.
Fauna's gonna be the heads.
Neuroactive. Yeah, neuroactive botanicals. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. And your last career?
So like my last career, I would say would have to be data running, because it kind of goes hand in hand with both exploration and science, but not necessarily. I mean, you can run other kinds of data. I do have a Mercury Star Runner. I love that ship. It's absolutely amazing. And once we have when we have the data running actually in the game, it's going to be an essential career. And I mean, data is going to be handled like cargo. It's going to be a physicalized thing, that you'll have to transport, with those server racks. And yeah, I think, having a data runner is going to be something a lot of people are going to want to have. And data running as my 3rd career, that's something that, you'll be able to do anywhere. You won't need to be in a certain system. There's always going to be need to run data from point A to point B, kind of like cargo.
And what ship is your primary data runner going to be?
Mercury Star Runner.
Okay. All right.
Man, if the Star Runner had legs like the what's that? Drake ship? That data runner Drake ship?
Oh, the P. No, what is it?
Herald, the Herald.
Herald. My bad.
Man, if the Star Runner had legs like the Herald, that would be unstoppable.
The Star Runner got plenty of legs. Man. Yeah, the Herald is the fastest.
Like that thing.
Yeah, it's the fastest ship in the game, right? Because all it is like an engine with a cockpit on it. It don't even have wings. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
you're right.
Go.
Don't try to turn in it though. It ain't gonna go good for you. It ain't gonna go like you thought it was gonna go.
Yeah. That's why I like the MSR, man. To me, I feel like the MSR, if they would have put like one size up weapons, pilot controlled on the MSR, I think it would have been the hands down best ship in the game.
Yeah, it'd be a little OP.
That's why they did. What you thought on the MSR?
That's why they didn't do it. They were like, we got to make a reason for people not to fly this ship. Let's throw some limp noodles on the bottom of his nose to.
But Jade, what are your thoughts on the Herald versus the MSR? Or do you have any?
Well, the Herald's made by Drake. I don't think I need to say much more than that. I personally think that there's room in the market for another data runner by a different manufacturer. I mean, I'm just going to quote Colossal here. You live in a Drake, you end up dying in a Drake. So
I knew that's what it was.
Yeah. So shout out to Colossal and chat. I'm not a big fan of Drake ships in general, but I think that there's going to be a market for the Herald, and it is a fast ship, right? What we will see in the final game compared to now will be how you can compare them. I really don't like to compare ships at this stage in game development now. Mm-hmm. I remember back when you could open up those, what was it? It was like an array, like a scanning array on the Herald. And I look forward to seeing people, parked with their Heralds, scanning things. And yeah.
You can do that now on the MSR.
Yep, you can do that now on the MSR, which is why the MSR is better than the Herald right now, at least.
It's got a test book.
Stop curving Drake. I need to stop curving Drake.
I like Drake ships.
Y'all throwing out here.
I like Drake ships. I think Drake ships. Yes, I like utilitarian. It's only it being flimsy is only a problem if you're getting shot.
That's
the fact that you called it flimsy, though.
No, I mean, they are traditions. Like they're in the lore, they are not well armored. But they in the lore they don't say, hey, they might break down on you between Hearst and Microtech, right? So you might have to restart it. Be sitting there like an old cutlass, trying to get it started again. Like you ain't got to worry about that.
my pop's old catalog that had that same problem.
You know what I'm saying? It'll get you from point A to B, and it'll do its job. It'll do its job, right? It's very low cost, right? So people can get in if you want to. You don't want to drop that Crusader money. You know what I'm saying? You could get in on a drink. I feel like it makes a lot of the game accessible to lower people. You got a lot of people that just hate on it because they got money, man. Y'all some elitists.
Hey, look, now, I have no issues if somebody wants to drive a Cutlass Black. It's a good all-around ship. But when you're talking about data running, you want reliability. You want to get that data from A to B. You don't want to fly the most fragile manufacturer in the game. It just doesn't make
That's expensive. Reliability is expensive.
Drake and data running are like an oxymoron, right? Like...
Sometimes you gotta drive that Hyundai before you can buy that Honda.
My man in the chat said Drake equals Soviet chic.
I get it, but not for data running, right? Data running, you want that data to get to where you need to be so you can get paid. Even belters need to get paid, right? So yeah.
Hey, I feel you, man. Look, I mean, sometimes you gotta drive the Hyundai before you can get to the Honda. You know what I'm saying?
What if you need to get someplace really, really, really fast?
You want you a Herald.
Well, you want to get there.
All right, like so let's think about this, right? So if you need to get somewhere really, really fast, are you trying to get there in quantum, or are you trying to get there on a slow burn with hydrogen fuel, right? Because I mean, you can put your XL1 in your Mercury Star Runner, and you're going at over 90% the speed of light. I don't know how much more fast you want to get, fastcart. You're not gonna get much faster than that. And it's Harold, you know, I'm just saying, it's not going to be the most reliable ship for that particular job, which is going to require reliability.
If you ain't got skills to not get shot up, get Swiss cheesed up, it don't matter what you're flying.
It don't matter what you fly.
It doesn't matter. It's not even about.
You can die in style, though.
It's not even about getting shot up. You might be gathering data in an asteroid field, and you know, like you're just. Or somewhere that's really extreme, and your ship's got to be able to withstand.
Don't hit the asteroids.
Yeah, don't hit the asteroids. But if asteroids are in motion, they may hit you. I'm just saying.
Dodge the asteroids.
Everything's in motion, right?
See, when I think of Drake ships, I'm thinking about Star Trek 3 when they sabotaged the Excelsior. It made that noise when it was shutting down. That's what I'm thinking about when I think about Drake. So I had a Drake ship. My only Drake ship was the Dragonfly, but I just CCU'd it because it had LTI. So I don't have any Drake ships at the moment.
I have a Dragonfly, but I also have an X1.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, my ship maker of choice right now in the game, and as of now, I literally own every available ship that they've made. Is like, you know, not all the variants. It's Crusader. Not all the variants of them, but I own like each one of them. But the Crusader ships are my hands down my favorite ship maker. You know, but I feel like there is a place for Drake. Just like there's a place for Origin, there are different sides of the spectrum, and you can't say, oh man, if you fly this, you can't say if you fly Drake, it's bad. Just like they can't say if you fly Origin, you're bad.
I'm not judging anybody. I mean, you can fly what you like. I'm good with that. Fly what you like. Just recognize that your actions have consequences. And if you're going to fly something that's in lore, an unreliable ship manufacturer, don't get upset when, you know, somebody cruises by you in a Mercury Star Runner, grabbing, you know, the data that, you know, you thought you were going to get back to the place before you do. Because
lore, they're not unreliable.
If it breaks down, it's not going anywhere.
But in lore, they're not unreliable. They're just not well armored. They're just not well armored.
Okay. Yeah. Where would you be gathering data from then? Like, again, you know, like to me, I think of places like, you know, you're going to a place like Pyra to gather data on like Xenothreat, or you're going to extreme places. You might be going to the Coil, right? So you want something that is going to be somewhat armored, because that's where the most valuable data is going to be. Risk reward. That we've heard it from Chris Roberts time and time again.
Yeah. And you want something that's fast so you can get the hell out of there when the danger comes.
That's true. That's true. But if you know, speed versus armor, it's gonna, I guess, depend on the nature of the threat. If it's something that can chase you, yes, you want the faster ship.
Right.
All right. So let's carry on. Let's get to other career options. I was just informed that this is not a ship show. This is a career show. So my bad. All right. So we have here a list of picture of different careers that we have in Star Citizen. I just go down the list. We have agriculture, asteroid miner, bounty hunter, cargo, construction, data runner, exploration, freight and shipping, maintenance and repair, manufacturing, medical, mercenary, news reporting, pharmaceuticals, piracy, salvage, science and research, and tech trader. Does anyone have anything that pops out to them? For me, it's exploration, but you know, we talked about that before. Medical, that's been getting some love in the game so far. Anyone interested in medical? No teacher.
Part-time.
Part-time?
We got a search and rescue division in our organization.
Okay.
And it's not something that I want to be in all the time, but I do want to jump in with them from time to time and get down on that, because I think that'd be cool to go out there and make a difference and be all I can be and save some lives, buddy.
Interested in
I'm doing my part.
Yeah, I'm interested in medical.
I get that reference.
Having the endeavor, right? So there's that hospital module. And I'm definitely interested in medical because I want to see how they build it out. I believe we're going to get some real clues as towards how in depth some of the other future careers they're going to work on will be by how deep they decide to go with medical. So I'm interested from that standpoint.
I'm, keeping consistent with my messaging. I will always follow the money, unless it leads to piracy. That's where I draw the line. I don't think I'll ever be a pirate if that's the most lucrative profession in the game. I don't think that's something that I want to do. I don't want to, be that guy.
Would you be a privateer? If the UE hired you to be like a privateer, would you do that?
A privateer, was that going after what is it?
It's kind of like a thin line with piracy, right?
Yeah. Like going after other people. No. I don't want to go after other players. I don't want to do that. That's just not what I want to do. There's other ways to make money.
You're into marketing PvP rather than combat PvP.
Yeah. I'd rather beat you by being more cunning with my manipulation of the markets than with my guns on my ship. But
that's gonna be hard when your player base is only 10% of the compared to NPCs, though.
Yeah, I mean, but I do always want to. I want to make sure that I keep my combat skills nice and sharp. Because if you try me, then I'll send you back to that medical profession. Right, is going to be what you'll be consuming quite a bit of. But no, I could see myself at least dabbling into all of them to seeing what fits. What I like to do. One of my alts will definitely probably end up being a mercenary, for good. Somebody, if there is a bad guy that's going out there picking on people, bullying folks and whatnot, I'll have an alt that'll be like, hey, holla that backhand to the face. You know what I'm saying? He'll go take care of that for you, for a fee, of course. But yeah.
One of the things I looked at on the list that I haven't seen too much about, I've barely seen anything about it, is a construction. And I'm a big fan of the settlement building on Fallout 4. I don't know if they would go that deep into construction, but I would love to really craft up some cities, make them look sexy schmexy and comfortable to live in. I would like to see more about what they have to say about what their vision is for construction. Because depending on what it is, I might have to jump into that.
Yeah, we have probably coming. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to say the Pioneer. It's more like base building for homestead and base. So yeah, that's probably some of what construction will be. They probably have more ideas than that.
I mentioned crafting recently too, so that might sort of tie in with construction.
Say again.
I said they've mentioned crafting also fairly recently, so that may tie in with construction. They also mentioned that the Pioneer will basically, be like dropping modules. So, it will be, at least that's the way it'll be on its first release of that mechanic.
That's what the Pioneer don't just poop out buildings.
Well, I mean, it is 29. 1 going on 2952. I mean, if you can't poop out buildings from a 3D printer nearly 1,000 years in the future, I mean, there's a problem.
My thing is
things that
probably
we could say 2950 should have that we don't. I mean, we still use it.
Lots of things.
Let's talk about
whatever brings player bases online quicker, I'm all for it because I think that's going to add a lot of life to the game.
my idea. The honest list is salvage. I was a not big salvager, but I dabbled in salvaging in EVE Online, and I'm not going to get a reclaimer, but I'm hoping they'll put out. Well, they have the vultures, so that's the mini salvagers. So I'll probably get one of those in game when the game launches and do some salvaging. But I have some a question for each of you. Name 3 careers you'd like to see CIG implement next, not the ones that they pick for themselves.
Oh.
So Jade, you have a thought for that?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I would pick maintenance and repair for obvious reasons. We need it, right? Everybody's going to need their stuff fixed, and we have things like the what's that big repair ship called again that we don't hear much about usually?
Crucible.
The Crucible, yeah.
Crucible,
right. So I know there are people who own Crucibles, and one of the things that my org and me being that we're going to live out on the edge, we're going to need people with Crucibles, right? Because we're not going to have a rest stop to go to, easily. So I would love to see that. Just it's enlightened self-interest in that case, but maintenance and repair definitely, because it's something along with salvage that people have been wanting for a long time. I would say that manufacturing, now that they've started talking about crafting, I think could be a really good precursor to base building. I'd like to see that. And hey, pharmaceuticals, because I love a good party.
All right, Gomab, you have any thoughts?
Well, so you said the ones that they haven't picked, like as in something that's not on this list.
CIG had their schedule, but what would you pick next? What feature would you want to implement next?
Logistics broker.
Okay. So how do you define that?
Right. So right now you've got cargo, you've got freight, you've got trading, right? But everything is handled within the actual game, right? Or currently, or how they plan on doing it. Me personally, I would like to be a logistics broker where I can have a system within game where other players can broker the transport of their goods from one place to another through me. I can create my own contracts with my own rates. I can hire other people to fly my ships and deliver those goods. With based on my contract with them, right? I want to be a logistics broker in the game. I think that'll be it.
Against the whole no passive income mantra that Chris Roberts always talks about.
No, it's very active because I got to negotiate rates with the people that are my customers, and I also have to negotiate rates with my employees or my contractors that are doing it. And I also have to make sure that I have to negotiate rates with the security that's going to be escorting these transports, or I may have to negotiate with the faction that is created the blockade, right? To say, hey, look, let my folks through. I'll give you a cut, right? It's a very active gameplay loop.
Okay, yeah.
But not necessarily, but it doesn't require, me actually flying. I could fly. I could jump into that C2 or that whole C and move the stuff and be the one flying it and make more of a profit because I don't have to pay a pilot. But yeah, I think that can open the doors to so many other different broker type professions in the game.
Yeah, and they'll have some type of broker career because of the bounty merchantman. So
yeah.
Okay, so I get a clarification for the question. Name one of the careers on the screen that, other than yours, that you would like to see added within a year. That's the clarification. So
Okay.
Jade already answered, and I'm going to take Gomab answer. Dig that. So name a career that you would like to see on here, other than yours, that you would like to see implemented within a year.
Oops, my bad. Well, I ain't going to talk about what I wanted to see. That's not on the list.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Do both. Do both.
Now, really it goes under crafting, but cooking, man, I want to make some like a dope golden madman salad with just a tiny pinch of quantanium to get some pep in your step. I want to cook in that 890 Joe kitchen, man. I really do.
Yeah,
man.
that
You
look
don't understand,
Gomab. That look Gomab. Yeah, I'm with you with that on that one. Why Quantanium?
Why is my face glowing right now? Like,
Hey man, you've been participating in too many golden madman salmons.
oh man,
Salads.
that's gonna be one of those. Like, look, it may be spicy going in, but coming out, it's gonna be worse.
And now with the amount of times. No, so what on the list would you like to be implemented within a year?
Probably news reporting, since that was one of the top three things on my list. I don't know what it's going to take as far as development for us to be able to broadcast stuff to other ships, but I would love it if we had kind of like pirate radio situations going on, so where we can just broadcast and people could tune in to your favorite pirate radio broadcaster. I think it would give a little bit more life to the verse, because right now it's kind of rare when we see each other, aside from the events like Xenothreat, Nine Tails Lockdown, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I think it brighten up the verse a little bit. So I would love for them to do that within a year.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I've been asked for you to clarify other than your pick, because you said that's your career. So other than what you picked before.
Oh, that's right. Probably data running, because I think that'd be exciting. We got a couple ships for it. It's one of the things that a lot of people in my org talk about. Man, I can't wait to data run. Like, I think my boy Azzy is watching. I think he wants to be a data runner, and I've heard like so many people. And we got these ships, and it feels like they came out a little early, since we don't have the gameplay to go along with it. So, I mean, anything to get the ships that we have already in our fleets, I would love them to add that gameplay, and data running would be a very exciting one to get going.
Hey, fastcart, I didn't say the one that's not like planned or in
go
the
ahead.
game.
My bad.
So I'm going to give a shout out to Pops in Space and Fist to Face, also known as New Soul, as well as a shout out to Buster the Destroyer for this idea. So Buster has this idea of having a like ship that has a fold out stage, right? So like you plop it down in a forest on Microtech, or maybe some savannah on Hurston or wherever, and you can start a party, you can start a festival, right? And there are other games that have this. This kind of sort of goes along with the whole reporting or pirate radio thing, but this would be like adding to the social aspect of the game, where now you can start up a concert, party, or whatever, have live performers, and because fight hard, party hard, right? So definitely something like that, I think, because this is a social game. Chris Roberts always likes to say, Space Second Life, social game. One of the reasons Second Life, with its early 2000s graphics, is still around, is because of that social aspect, because you can go to a karaoke night, because you can go see some live act that only performs in Second Life, things like that. I'd love them to have that.
Yeah, like it's telling something out of an anime. You have a pickup truck or an 18-wheeler, and the back end opens up and it's an entire stage. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And
it's minimum.
And then they don't have the pickup truck in Final Fantasy 14, but they do have like music embedded in the game so people can play their own instruments. And like a couple of weeks ago, I attended a Star Wars concert in Final Fantasy 14. I believe it seemed to be like one player who had like eight different accounts playing different instruments to have a full orchestration of different Star Wars songs.
Wow.
So I could definitely see someone putting together maybe a band and doing stuff like that in Star Citizen eventually.
Yeah, I totally
I would
agree.
love to see that.
And like, you know, I know that this hasn't come up, but I know that people have asked the idea about player-run radio stations, and I guess this would extend also to live performance. Anything, let me put it this way, anything that you can send audio over the internet would be addressed the same way. So they said, well, you know, maybe this wouldn't work well legally, but I would tell them, why don't you partner with Mixcloud, right?
I was just going over my pick. I almost forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, salvaging. Yeah, salvaging. That's what I was hoping that they would pick up. Because I think, like, I mean, we had the reclaimer, and we had the vulture. So I'm hoping that, you know, people will have or maybe medical rescue, but now I said salvaging. We had those ships, so those are my pick. But I think for now, I think we should probably wrap up. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. Apology for the technical glitch. I want to say thank you to my guest, Dig That. Where can people find you?
Man, just go to the nearest corner store. There's an alley behind there. You catch me somewhere past there back there. Or you can catch me on youtube.com/digthat32.
I'm going to look behind the corner. You better be there. Oh, man.
I'll be there.
Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me right here, baby, with the Soul Citizens, Thursdays and Sundays when I'm hosting, and when I'm not, I'll be around.
Jay, where can we find you?
You can find me with the Soul Citizens, as you know, both, you know, Sunday and Thursday for the talk show, and yeah, you can find me doing that and the soon to be relaunched People's Radio with yours truly, as well as New Soul and other live DJs DJing. So yeah,
people can find me on Twitter.
In the trap. It's going down.
Hey.
yeah.
You can find me on Twitter on twitter.com/bask_card. You can also find us on social media on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You know, you can buy our merchandise. We're in the shirt right here. Check the link down below. And yeah.
You should also
you can find me on
Griff.
Black Sky Legion on Friday. I'm so sorry, Black Sky. I meant to mention that. And
okay, cool.
just supposed to talk about next week's show, Apocalypse Now, right? So drop ships like the Valkyrie, gunships, like the Redeemer, aka the Flatiron ship, and anything that drops the base, like, you know, the A2, anything like that.
Drop that bass.
And I've been told to give a shout out to Spine TV. So check us out there on Spine TV.
No, that's
So,
where we're
also-
rating. That's where we're rating.
That's what we're rating. We're rating Spine TV.
So, like, you check us out on Thursday, as Jade said, at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's 2 a.m. the next day, Friday, on UTC. Check us out here on Sunday, every Sunday, at 8 p.m. Eastern, midnight, Monday, UTC. Time zones, man. So yeah, so we're going to find someone to raid. I want to say peace, love, and soul to everyone. And have a good rest of your weekend.
And Griff comes in and is like, is that you, God?
You just come and say, thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Thank y'all, everybody. Peace, love, and soul. Appreciate y'all for sticking out with us, man.
Oh, Raiden Fan TV. Okay, I see now. I didn't see it.